The jets are unlikely to arrive until next year, as Ukrainian pilots need to be trained first. A military expert warned that there could be problems with the aircraft's maintenance. President Joe Biden has resisted supplying or training F-16s. But the White House's 180 means that F-16s could be made available to Ukrainian forces early next year. Mads Claus Rasmussen AFP features the F-16 is a multi-purpose fighter aircraft produced by Lockheed Martin for the U.S. Air Force. It was designed as an alternative to the increasingly heavy and less agile warplanes in the early 1970s. And according to Lockheed Martin, more than 4,500 aircraft were produced for 26 countries. The smooth hybrid wing fuselage provided extra lift control. Critical wire flight system kept design stable, increased its agility. Gently sloping rear ejection seat. Side-mounted control stick. Head-up display. Bubble canopy ensured pilots' survivability as well as visibility. It also improved control. On company's website it says the jet, which costs about $63 million, can reach a speed of 1,500 miles per hour. An F-16 Fighting Falcon aircraft of the U.S. Air Force. American Air Force payload usually consists of 2,000-pound AIM-9 sidewound missiles, AIM-120 medium-range air-to-air missiles, and 2,400-pound external fuel tanks. It is also equipped with one M61A 120mm multi-barreled gun that can hold 500 rounds. However, Justin Bronk, a senior research fellow at the Royal United Services Institute, said in a thread on X that although the F-16 will strengthen Ukraine's air force, many problems remain. He said the F-16 was a complex aircraft and that it would take years to train foreman-level maintenance personnel to service the jets. This meant that Ukraine would have rely heavily on civil contractors to supervise and provide on-the-job training the Ukrainian maintenance workers inside the country, even after months of initial training. This is a problem because any F-16 bases to be established in Ukraine will be priority targets for Russia's cruise and ballistic missile strikes. Therefore, more ground support equipment and contractors are needed to enable dispersed bases. And they are still active. Will be targeted as such, he added. An F-16C Fighting Falcon flies during the U.S. Air Force's firepower display at the Nevada Test and Training Area near Indian Springs, Nevada, on September 14, 2007. Ethan Miller Education. Another issue is the time required for Ukrainian pilots to be trained to fly the F-16. General James Hecker, commander of the U.S. Air Force in Europe, said last week that training had begun for young pilots with almost no hours studying English in UK. All this will take time. So it will be at least until next year until we see F-16s in Ukraine. It won't be a magic wand. An Israeli Air Force pilot sits in the cockpit of an F-16 Stringer in late July. U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said at a briefing that Ukrainian F-16 pilots would be trained